This video is called The AI Paradox.
In the last 6 months, I've been approached by 3 different groups wanting to replace me with an AI. One person said it would be like a magic gumball machine.
Like, what do you mean replace you with an AI? Like, what? Oh, you're talking about like the YouTube channel type. Wait, what kind of videos he be making? Let me see if he could be an AI. I'll be the judge of that, bro. I'll be the judge of that. You don't even get him to answer yet. Wait for me. I'll tell you if it's a good thing or not. If you should do it. All right, AI Paradox. How AI learned to think. A video about like AI and stuff, 35-year history of ChatGPT, made by AI would actually be kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. But okay, debt paradox. AI needs to feel pain. Interesting. And they want to replace this guy with AI? Weird, but okay.
Wowie zowie gumball.
Kind of weird.
I'd seed it with my previous videos and scripts, turn some knobs, and then watch endless finished products come out. My first thought was, if you have this magic machine, what do you need me for? What's the role of my thought?
Yeah.
Socrates faced this exact question 2,400 years ago. He wasn't worried.
Was Socrates' not helmet. Was his forehead like? God damn, bro. I mean, I guess it really mattered like what was going on back here for real. It was like a party in the back, sleepy time up front type shit.
He wasn't worried about AI. He was worried about writing, fearing it would replace our thoughts.
Hold on.
AI. He was worried about writing.
Bingo, said Sam. You can jump with.
You
can come to school with me on Saturday. Sam? Bingo, said Sam. Damn, I don't know. I tried to figure out what book it was based off of this page. I don't know. I was thinking it might be some bluey shit,
it would
but I don't know.
replace our thoughts. And said it would create the show of wisdom without the reality. Because reading a thought isn't having it. It must be spoken. Looking at this technology today, he might have been way ahead of his time.
Hello, I'm here.
Wait. He said, hold on.
Because reading a thought isn't having it. It must be spoken. Reality. Because reading a thought isn't having it. It must be spoken.
So you don't have the thought until you speak it. Now it's your thought. Because just reading it doesn't necessarily do shit. You're just like, it's just stuck in here. But if you say it out loud, now it's like, boom, now you don't, and you hear it, and now it's like, I guess I can understand that.
Looking at this technology today, he might have been way ahead of his time.
Hello, I'm here.
Oh. Hi.
Hi.
What Socrates felt was that there is a fundamental difference between hearing something and saying something. He wouldn't hand you answers, he forced you into a dialogue. He made you generate the idea yourself. The struggle to find the words is the mechanism of thinking. And so you could design dialogues using the right questions, which would unfold, creating the potential for this knowledge to grow inside someone's mind. Ancient religious traditions understood this. For example, the Talmud isn't a list of answers, it's an encoded debate. The oral Torah had to be spoken, discussed, regenerated each generation. Buddhist monks did the same thing with koans, paradoxes designed to force students to wrestle with questions, not memorize answers.
My original face before my parents. Shit, bro. I don't know, bro. I think I just look like a sperm cell, bro, to be honest with you. I did have a fade, though. I do remember that, gang. I did have a fade, bro. For real.
Millennia later, modern research proved exactly why. In the 1920s, psychologist Lev Vygotsky had this beautifully simple idea that thinking is talking. First with people, then with ourselves.
Crying is the first step. When your child cries, he cries all over. His arm and leg muscles contract, his face screws up into a knot, his mouth opens, and out comes the cry, the sound of human speech. But a certain amount of crying is necessary if he will talk someday.
So he observed babies closely, specifically their babbling phases.
A portion of his time is spent making pleasing sounds, or more accurately, comfort sounds. During these early months, your baby must be given the time to practice new sounds privately. Sounds that he makes will begin to feel and sound familiar.
It's how the machinery of thought is built, by talking out loud.
Facts.
Self-talk gives our children words to think with.
First, babies practice syllables, then words, then they glue words together, eventually forming sentences that others can understand. This outward babbling eventually turns inward and becomes what we call inner dialogue, the voice in your head. The struggle to...
I heard people don't have that. Like, not everybody has that. I mean, but the way he's explaining it is, like, we all had it when we were babies. So, like, was there something that happened, like, that caused you to not have it for real? Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. If I'm in a car by myself, driving for like, let's say I'm on a road trip or some shit. I'm going somewhere for like an hour or two away. Bro, I'm fucking yapping it up for at least 45 minutes. No music. No fucking, like, I'm just talking about literally anything. Like, some shit could just pop into my head. I'm just like, bro, what would happen if this happened? And I'm like, well, I think like this. Nah, I think like this would happen. And then this, like, just yapping, gang. Like, just me and my thoughts.
Form words out
like,
loud
literally
creates the circuitry for thinking.
Winnie the Pooh lives in a house in the forest. Who's that? Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, little bro is not paying attention.
In 1978, it got that name, the generation effect. You need to do it to know it. One key experiment was showing people flash...
Whoa.
...effect. You need to do it to know it.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I think I might have had like a spread attack or some shit. Bro, I read this. It's red, bread. And I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. And then, like, I don't know, maybe like a couple frames later, I saw the B and I was like, whoa, why did they just do that? Why did they add the B on there? Like, boy, that was crazy.
One key experiment was showing people flashcards with word pairs on them. Later on, they asked people to recall the words they read. Almost nothing stuck.
Bread, house, beyond.
But then they changed one thing. They showed them a word with a partially generated word. All of a sudden, memory skyrocketed. No new information was given to them. The only difference was the struggle to generate the information that made it stick. And further experiments proved how this effect scales. It's not just about memorizing words, it's about grasping an idea.
It smells.
I know it smells. It smells good.
It smells good.
Where did you get it?
It smells good.
And brain scans confirmed why. When you generate a thought from scratch, you activate multiple regions at the same time, which encodes information in your mind. But when you just read or hear, those circuits barely light up. And this applies to both actions and words. Take drawing. Most people cannot draw, but they can trace. Tracing creates the illusion of skill because the result looks perfect. But take the original away and you cannot reproduce it. If you only ever trace, you never learn to draw.
That's facts. That's facts, bruh. I used to think I was an artist, gang. And, like, to be fair, I feel like I do need to get on, like, a drawing arc. Because I feel like I got it, though. I feel like I got it in me for real. Because I've been drawing things since I was in, like, kindergarten. I feel like I got it for real, but I gotta, like, hone the skill for real. I took art class, I think, all 4 years of high school, I think. Something like that. Art has always been fire, though. I ain't gonna lie. I've always fucked with art. I just ain't been that big of a drawer. And it's not even like, oh, my hand hurts or nothing like that. It's nothing like that. Like, I really like really the only thing I really know how to draw. Let me show you. My favorite thing to draw, bro, is one of these. One of these, bruh. A 1-point perspective. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Like, literally like this. Literally like this. Like, bro, we had to make a city. It basically like Mega City from Fortnite. We had to make a city in art class. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, one of these, bro. Anytime I get a pencil paper and they need me to do something. Oh, wait, this is actually kind of fire. 1-point perspective from the bottom like this. I actually kind of fuck with this. But, yeah, this is so fire. Oh, this is cool too. I didn't even think about adding those details like that or making like a farm style. Nah, that's kind of... Wait, hold on, bro. River. I'm getting inspired. I like 1 point perspective. 1 point perspectives though. I really like this. I think it might be like one of my most like favorite things that I've learned in art class. Really the only thing that stuck for real. And then yeah, you got your room with a 1 point perspective, like, because then you just draw like literally the lines and you use a ruler. That's how I'd be doing it. I use like a ruler or like a straight line, and then like you draw it all out, and then now you got the everything there, and then you just kind of reshape it and everything. So then when you see it, it's easier to just look straight down and it all just ends here. You know? That shit's hard, bruh. That shit hard. I fuck with 1 point, bruh. That's the only thing I know how to draw, though. I hate shadows, bro. Like, having to draw, like, apples with, like, the shadow on the side to make it look 3D. Bro, that's so hard, dude.
To learn to draw...
And I'm bad at faces, too.
You have to practice drawing from scratch with sketches. Once you learn how to do that, you have a special power. You can bring anything to life on a blank page. A skill that may become even more valuable in the future, the first sketch of an idea. The intelligence you build...
Yeah, I think I kind of want to do, like, regular art, like drawing in a sketchbook. But at the same time, bro, digital art is low-key where it's at, bro. Because that's good for thumbnails. You know what I mean? Like, I could draw out a thumbnail and then, like, you know, make that for the video and stuff. Because, like, that would be really cool. That's really what I want to have, like, in the future, bro. I want to be able to make my own thumbnails, like, draw them bitches out, like, make my own, like, scenarios and shit, like, a fucking tree sentinel, like, behind me, and I'm fucking, like, looking all nervous and shit in front of him, like, that shit would be tough, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like, you know what I mean? Just like some on some gaming shit, though. Probably not for thumbnails on, like, videos like these, because, like, I mean, these are pretty straightforward.
Build, whether with action or words, requires you to generate from scratch. Whenever we skip this step, we pay a price. This brings us to the paradox of technology. It accelerates our progress by
drawing a cat doesn't look that bad, though. But I do want to, I want to get into a drawing arc. Should that be a resolution for this year? Start drawing? I gotta get a sketchbook, though. A new one. Because I got my one from... Oh, shit. I don't even know where it's at. I had my one from art class. I don't know where it's at, though. I didn't use all those pages, but I look at want to start from scratch. And then just, like, draw maybe, like, every day, maybe. Sketch something every day for, like, 30 days. Like, that shit would be kind of tough. Like, I can already imagine the title now. I spent 30 days becoming a art professional. Ah, shit. Artist. Fuck. I drew for 30 days and this happened? I don't know. No, I don't know. Never mind. Fuck.
Doing jobs for us. But in doing so, it prevents us from knowing how we did them. Speaking of the struggle to generate thoughts, here's something I've been using that really gets
Sam's
this right.
health is 100. Sam takes 100 damage. Wait,
most
what?
coding tutorials just give you the answer. Code. Here's the classic on SQ. Go to boot.dev.
That's a good one.
And use
hey,
code ART.
I'm gonna be honest.
For 25%
he almost got
off
me,
your
bro.
first year.
He almost
or
got
use
me.
this QR code. And reliance
snuck
on
up on
any
me with
technology kills that specific part of your mind. In the 2000s, neuroscientists studied London taxi drivers and found that the region of their mind for storing spatial knowledge was physically larger than average. But drivers who switched to GPS, that gray matter actually shrank. A recent paper in The Lancet found that doctors using AI assistants for just 4 months had a weakened ability to spot cancer on their own. By outsourcing seeing...
Yeah, no shit. Like, what do you mean? Like, what? Yeah, I could imagine.
To the tool, they atrophied the fundamental visual skill needed to diagnose.
Yes.
The most damning evidence comes from...
Like, I think, okay, if it's like, say you've been doing this for a while, right? You've been doing your job for like... Or, okay, let's say you get to a new job, and there is a really easy way to do something, right? Very easy. Like, click and drop. Like, I used to work, using Microsoft Excel a lot, and to be fair, Excel can be very complicated, or it can be super simple, right? We were doing some like low-key complicated shit with it, but we found out a way to make it really easy. But for new people, we didn't show them the easy way. We had them do it the harder way, which is like by hand. It takes a lot longer, blah, blah, blah. So that way, when they got good at doing it like that and being more efficient, and then we showed them the faster way, now they're just as good as we are, because if something did happen to that Excel sheet, which it did from time to time, we would have to revert back to the old way, and we wouldn't have to be like, oh, well, this is how you do the old way. It's super, like, inconvenient. It's like, dude, you have the foundational knowledge. Now you can learn the fast way. And then I'm sure there's probably an even faster way now. I haven't been there in a few years. Like, you know what I mean? Now, because at least then you have that foundational knowledge, bro. You don't have that knowledge otherwise,
Christoph van Nimwegen. He had 2 groups solve logic puzzles. Group A got helpful software highlighting valid moves as they worked through it. Group B got nothing. They struggled alone. Of course, Group A solved the puzzles faster. But then, when the help was removed for future puzzles, Group A collapsed. They, quote, aimlessly clicked around, he reported. Group B had no issue solving the puzzles. And until recently, this atrophy was limited to specific skills. But then came the irony. We invented a new kind of machine by forcing it to learn exactly the way we do, and that freed us from ever having to learn again. Large language models are designed by having it guess the
It is the thing you could not invent with banks.
next word billions of times on all written knowledge. Each wrong guess refined its understanding. And unlike previous tools designed for narrow tasks, this was general. A machine that learned a meta language, not just words, but patterns, the structure of arguments, the rhythm of music, the logic of code, the flow of images. It compressed all forms of human expression into a single model. This dramatically increases the potential to atrophy our minds, since it can be applied to anything, and we already have strong evidence of this. In 2025, researchers at MIT ran an experiment. They had students write essays under 3 conditions: a brain-only group, a Google Search-assisted group, and a final group who had ChatGPT. They monitored the brain activity with an EEG while they worked, and the findings were dramatic. Minutes after finishing their essay, when asked to quote a single sentence from their own work, 83% of the ChatGPT group couldn't recall any specific text.
Duh. Like, bro, it's the AI shit, bro. They're not, like...
And the few who thought they could...
They're just moving, like, autonomously. That is the word. I was trying to think of it.
100% of them got it wrong. And the brain activity backed it up. The ChatGPT group showed significantly lower brain activity, specifically neural connectivity. Their brains appeared to dim.
Because it's mind-numbing. You just GPT it, because you don't have to think whenever you GPT something. Like, duh. Now, if you're a person who doesn't like to think, maybe GPT is for you. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm a thinker, bro. I really like using my noodle, So it's like, I'm not really gonna stray away from arduous tasks just because it has a lot of thought involved. I'm not really one to turn away from a challenge just because I gotta think. It's kind of weird, bro. I'm gonna be honest. It's kind of weird,
While working. And then when evaluators looked at the essays, the AI-assisted essays were technically proficient, grammatically correct, structurally sound, but they were consistently described as hollow or soulless. They seemed remarkably similar to each other. This was confirmed in a 2024 study
there's no soul.
where they had 300 people write stories, some with AI assistants, to seed their ideas, some without. But when they analyzed all the stories together, they found the AI-assisted stories were significantly more similar to each other.
Well, even then, bro, it's probably like this guy right here. I wouldn't mind being this one. The one that had one AI, idea. Because the guy who had 5 is like, all right, you're probably going to try to come up with something with, a combination of those 5. But it's like, brother, you got, even just one is fine, in my opinion. I think AI is cool. It's definitely, I think, getting a little out of hand. Because I think we're starting to lose the plot with it, right? I think we're starting to lose the plot. Like, what the fuck do you mean AI is going to be making movies? Like that, like, I feel like we're kind of losing the plot on that. I think it's better for, like, maybe people who can't fully think for themselves, right? AI assisted. AI models for this. AI could even help you learn a language, right? Sure, you're not going to be able to speak it fluently, but, like, you're not learning fluent languages from Duolingo either. You know what I mean? So, like, AI could help, like, with a lot of things, right? Especially, like, real-time translations. Like, you're talking to somebody, and you don't got no translator, and you're in another country, you talk, boom, AI will spit out what you just said in their language. Like, I think, like, that's cool. But it's like, I don't know, like, write me a fucking 500-word essay about turtles and why turtles would beat rabbits in a race. Like, what, bro? Like, just write the fucking essay, gang. Like, literally. If you don't want to use no brain power, that's on you. Like, just write the damn essay, bro. It's not gonna kill you.
This gets us to a cognitive cost beyond the individual.
Because I think people are becoming too reliant on it.
When uses AI in a society, our collective thought begins to narrow. To better understand this effect, imagine all possible thoughts as a massive tree, infinite in size.
Okay.
Each thought, which you can imagine as a long sentence, is a pathway through this tree. Each step in the path is a word.
Mm-hmm.
Your mind will only ever explore a tiny, microscopic sliver of this tree, but that's your sliver. The pathways you choose are like a fingerprint. But when we look at AI thoughts, such as these generated stories, they tend to cluster much more, both in style and substance. Other researchers wondered if this could be fixed. So they did an experiment where they gave writers 10 different AI personas, each with wildly different cultural perspectives. A Latin American magic realist, a dystopian hard sci-fi writer, etc. And it worked. People creating with these different AI personas seemed to create a pool of stories where the diversity was restored. But here's the catch. The diversity of the stories only came from the human design personas in the first place.
Yeah.
And other studies showed this. Once you seed an AI with a unique persona, the same problem persists. If you ask it to tell 100 stories, researchers found the output contained echoes, combinations of the same ideas repeating. So if you see just one output, it may look novel, but after you see many, you realize they're all banal echoes of the same thing. The AI doesn't generate new diversity as well as humans. It remixes what humans feed it. And we can model this by thinking about thoughts as similar to rolling dice at each branch as you select the next word. True random paths are maximally diverse, but they're all meaningless nonsense. AI's dice are weighted heavily, biased towards what's been said before in its training data.
Yeah.
That's why these paths will make sense.
Because all it's going to do is just regurgitate. Like, there's literally nothing original about it, right? I mean, yeah, you can, like, fucking make a video of 100 different sitcom characters or TV show personalities in a Squid Game event, right? Like, you can make that. And sure, that's original because that's never happened before, but it's like, it's just like, I don't know, bro. It's hard to explain, but like, AI's not, it's just not good, you know? And I do find it kind of weird how people, how some people, like, defend it. Bro, they'll defend AI with their lives, bro. They will defend the hell out of AI, and I don't understand it. Like, what is it, bro? Like, why are y'all defending this shit so hard, bro? Like, chill, bro. Chill. You know? It ain't that serious.
But they will always cluster and echo each other. You can't escape the weighted dice. But human thought is different. It's like rolling weighted dice, but it's weighted by your unique life experience and what matters to you. And this weighting is always changing. This creates a diverse exploration within thought space that is also meaningful. You will wander into territory nobody else has been, and the AI couldn't reach. The key point is a large language model is optimized to continue thought, not generate new thought.
Facts.
The creativity is in the seed thought and its continuation, the human input. AI has no inbuilt curiosity or preferences, no why. It works better the more human thought you seed it with and direct it with. Recent studies also confirm this. AI is weaker than humans at divergent thinking, generating truly novel starting points. But it's highly effective at convergent thinking, refining and executing once you give it direction. And the MIT writing study we saw called this out as their most interesting result. They tested one final group, human first and then access to AI. The students who outlined their thinking first, then used ChatGPT, their brain connectivity was actually higher than the human-only group. The difference was the starting point.
That's better, because then, I think that's always good too. Whenever you have like a general idea of something that you want to do or whatever, and then you get AI inspiration, right? Now you can take that with what you already have, multiply it, and now what you already had thought of is now expounded upon even more, because now you had the AI input, and the AI is going to lead you in the right direction with all the multiple branches and pathways, right? In that singular train of thought. So now you can like think about it multiple different ways versus just the one way that you did. It's basically like having another person, right? Who's slightly dumber than you, but like they are really smart and hyperfixated on this one thing. That's basically what ChatGPT is.
Human first?
I think. Hopefully that made sense. It made sense in my head, so hopefully the way I said it made sense.
AI first. So realize that asking common questions to AI constantly will lead to atrophy. Like using GPS every day in your own neighborhood. You'll lose the map in your head.
I don't know about that one, gang. I don't know about that one, bruh. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know about that one. Cause look, I'm a GPSer, 100%. No cap. There's probably 2, maybe 3 streets in my city that I just don't know what's on them because I don't go down them. But other than that, like I've used GPS in order to learn all the streets and the shortcuts and everything like that. I've used GPS for that. And then I committed it to memory, and then now I can do it on my own. But I don't know about that one, bro. I don't know. That one's a bit of a reach, gang. That one's a bit of a reach. I was with you to that one.
But asking rare questions you've never asked before to an AI, the ones specific to your experiences, the connections only you could make, that's different. Finding the question itself is the work. So what about this magic gumball machine? Well, there is no free lunch. The machine can execute from any starting point I give it, but it can't wander the way I do, through conversations, wrestling with confusion until I find something I wasn't even looking for. Out of the infinite possibilities, I'll only find a handful of these paths. Those paths have my fingerprint. An AI generating a random script or video based on my past work will be a distant echo, a very blurry fingerprint, because the chance of it finding all my next thoughts is 0. If instead I seed it with my idea, it might seem better for a moment, but it'll fail for the same reason. And ironically, the only AI input that properly reflects me is the one that has been given my entire thought, which only comes from the struggle to have that thought.
Because generative AI is all about small inputs and large outputs. When you have small inputs and large outputs, there is simply no way for you to put all of your intention to specify all the things that need to be specified when making art.
And so the input is the work. The input is the value. And so think of this. In a world where the cost of answers is dropping to 0, the value of the question becomes everything.
That's a good one. That's a good one. What did he say?
0. In a world where the cost of answers is dropping to 0,
Cost of answers.
The value of the question becomes everything.
So basically, we all need to become prompt engineers, bro. Basically. We all need to become AI prompt engineers. Is that the word that they use now? Or I feel like they be finding new ones all the time. Like, like generative director or some shit. Like, bro, they be finding these most like professional sounding names just to find out all they do is just type in prompts for ChatGPT. And I'm just like, really? Like, come on, bro. Really, bro? Like, that shit kind of lame, gang. I'm gonna be honest. That shit kind of lame. Like, what do? Oh, I type in prompts for ChatGPT. Oh, dude. You didn't have to say all that, bro. All you had to say was you're a loser, gang. Like, that's it. That's it, bro. You didn't have to say all that. It's a good video, though. Holy shit.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've made it this far...
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I did not expect you to look like this, bro. But, nah, I honestly expected you to look a little worse. But then toward the end... Not worse. Fuck. Toward the end of the video, I was low-key thinking, like, holy shit, wait, did he get replaced by an AI? Because are there people that really sound like this? But, nah, bro. Nah, you look exactly how you sound, gang. Exactly how you sound. In a world where the cost answers are there, because everything fags. Stay curious. Where are you going after you die? Wait, what? How did we get here? Reminds me of another idea that I'm probably badly quoting. The answer is 42. But what is the question? I ticked over to 42 when I pressed it. You're a good guy, Chris Humphreys. You're a good guy. You cooked with that line. Thank you. When this line came to me, I was obsessed. Imagine the line came to him first, and then he had to make this entire video centered around that one quote, just so he could have an excuse to say it. As a writer, this is my first and only video I've ever seen that made me feel like my skills as a human are valuable again after the takeover AI. Bro, you're good, gang. You're so valid, bro. As a writer, like, bro, come on, gang. You're good, bro. Trust, you are very valuable, bro. Very valuable. I think whenever people start, like, fully... Because right now, people are, like, very against AI, right? So, I don't know what it's going to take for people to actually, like, or to where, like, the majority become, like, pro-AI. I don't know what that's going to take. I don't know what that looks like, right? But I do feel like at some point it is going to turn, you know? It is going to turn, the tides are going to turn, and AI is going to become more widely accepted. Because right now it's like somebody finds out something's AI, and then everybody, all the people are like, boo! So it's like, they're like, oh, okay, my bad. We're not going to use AI. We're not going to use AI, right? Or we're just not going to use it in that way, right? Because the reason is because AI makes people non-existent in a lot of fields. So then now the bigger people don't have to pay those people to do their job because they can just simply have an AI do it. But what they're going to realize is AI is not as good as a person, and it can't be as good as a person because a person creates ideas. AI can't create anything. It just simply uses what's already been created. So eventually, it's just going to feel really dull. Sure, it might feel kind of fresh at first because you're mixing a bunch of different ideas. But like eventually, bro, the mill's going to run dry, gang. It's a great video, though, bro. Really good video. What other type of shit? You be having a lot of AI vids and shit. I think I've seen this video. Or, like, seen the thumbnail. It might be in my watch later, actually. But, yeah, nah, bro. You're comp, gang. You're comp. Art of the problem. Fuck with bro. Alright.